Paige, it was a long journey to get back here. So give me an idea of kind of what your emotions are like right now.
Oh my gosh, it definitely feels good. More than anything though, after that first round, I know I have a lot to work on still. I felt like I had a lot of ring rust, and it took my coaches talking to me in the corner, telling me what I needed to work on, and going into that second round, just listening to my coaches and really hearing them, what won me that fight tonight.
So what was the mindset then, like between rounds? I mean, were you a little down on yourself? I mean, what was the mindset, and what did you have to adjust?
Yeah, I knew I lost the first round, and going into the corner, it's hard not to be defeated, knowing that you're, losing and down on the scorecards. But I know I was never in danger during that entire round. It was there was no positions where I felt like I was being threatened, and I kind of told myself, hey, I need to turn it up. It's time to turn it up. I was able to land a really clean head kick in the first round, and trying to use that striking again, but she was able to set up that takedown really well. Luckily, I was able to listen to my coaches. They told me exactly what I needed to do to finish in that second round.
Slick finish. I mean, is that something
Thank
that
you.
you drill on that, or is that,
No, I mean, I am pretty good at getting slick submissions where people don't see it. I was actually really deep on the heel hook, and I feel like if it was a guy, I would have finished it. But women are very flexible, only because women are very flexible. So she was able to work her way out of it. So I hope that I can continue to have these, amazing submissions, but hopefully actually be winning the round before I get them.
Can you talk about what this whole experience was like for you? Because, I mean, not that you're the bad guy, right? But, I mean, you know what she went through. You know that there were people that were just pulling for, like, this fairy tale ending, but you got to worry about your own career, right? Not about her story. So, I mean, has this been tough on you to be on the other side of this fight?
No, not at all. I went into it, of course, when I heard her story. My managers called me, and I was kind of one of the first ones to know. Luckily, our managers are really good friends with her, so they kind of told us what happened and why she had to pull out of the fight, and I just felt so sorry for her. I luckily, haven't had to go through anything even close to that, but it's something that she's going to continue to deal with for the rest of her life, and it's traumatizing and awful, but the fact that she was able to even show up tonight is a huge triumph and a success. So, all prayer, I'm going to be praying for her and her family, and, for her arm. I know I don't know what exactly happened with the armbar, but, I had a long road to recovery, and it's really hard, but, hopefully she can focus on some family time right now.
So last thing for me, now you're back, you're healthy, you seem to be in good spirits right now. So what's next? I mean, do you feel like you need to make up for lost time? Are there opponents? Are there dates? Are there cards? What's the plan?
Gosh, for me, what's next? My husband fights next in Bellator, so we're getting ready for that. And then, of course, I'll be training alongside him the entire time. So it's just straight back to the gym and whatever the UFC offers me. I didn't take a single punch tonight, so that was, a huge benefit. I'm excited to get back into the gym and just go straight back to training. I was able to see a lot of my flaws in that fight and a lot of things I need to work on. Luckily, my husband's a national champion wrestler, so he's going to fix a lot of my wrestling mistakes.
How active are you looking to be this year?
As active as I can, I was excited to kick off with the first, big win for my team, Gracie Baja Portland. Our next teammate fighting is Ricky Simone, fights a top 15 ranked guy here in the UFC, so he's next. And then I'm excited just to see what the UFC offers me.
And what do you make of the flyweight division? Who's up there? Who do you think will be getting the next shot? Because it doesn't seem like there's a clear contender right now.
No, I don't think there is a clear contender. It's a brand new division, and I feel like we need to see a lot more fights happen before we can see who is the top 5, the top 10. And it took a while for the strawweight division for that to happen. And I'm just excited. I want to see who is ranked in the top 15 right now, and hopefully work my way up to a title shot. I think I have a long journey to go, but I'm going to listen to my coaches and the UFC, and whoever they offer me is going to be what I take next.
When you say a long journey, you think you have plenty of fights left before fighting for a title? Because I mean, you have a big name, and this is a pretty brand new division. So.
I feel like when I was in the strawweight division, I did rush myself to get to a title shot. I was rushing. I was chasing for a belt. I feel like right now I need to enjoy the process a little bit more, and I love what I do. I love being out there, and I am 24, and I hate when people are like, "Oh, you're so young," but it's absolutely true. I am so young. I might as well wait, develop my talent, and work my way up the division, and then really claim my title shot when I deserve it.
And is that something that will come with time, and then you'll find out, or do you have, perhaps like a certain amount of fights you would like to clock in before you get to fight?
I would love to get like two or three more fights before that happens. I think that's a good timeline. Of course, hopefully I can get a few more fights right away this year. I'm not injured, and hopefully I don't, go re-break anything and have another year layoff. I definitely don't plan on doing that. So yeah, a few more wins, but of course, when my coaches say I'm ready, that's when I'll do it.
And lastly for me, was it tough fighting Rachel, because you know what she's been through? So in some sort of way you want to wish her well, right? And you were very supportive throughout all this process. But at the same time, you have a job to do, and that's a win.
Yeah, it's definitely when the cage door closes, until you're punched in the face and someone's coming at you, everything else goes out the window. Of course, I'm going to wish her well and pray for her and her family, but, it's a sport. We owe it to each other to put on the best performance that we can. And I hope that I was able to do that for her, and she's going to come back stronger from this.
Lastly for me, Ian, did her just staying in the fight, did that inspire you in any way? Because I know you've mentioned, like, you've been through stuff as well, and you've mentioned in your book, and here she is, still fighting for her dream and not letting her personal issues get in the way of her career.
No, it's definitely amazing, and I feel like I really hope that the UFC continues to put these people on platforms, because she's somebody that people can look up to and girls can look up to. A lot of people fight battles in the dark. It's unfortunate that people like her and myself, we have to fight our battles on a platform and a pedestal for the world to see, but we need to stand up tall and use it to inspire people, and I know that she's going to do that.
Paige got married late last year. How does that change your preparation going into a fight, or maybe your mentality and the nerves, like right before fight night, especially with having your husband in your corner and all of that?
Yeah, it makes it so much better. It makes victory so much sweeter, especially because I know I'm doing it for us. And honestly, it makes me stay in the gym a lot more. If it wasn't for my husband, I probably wouldn't have been in the gym this entire year.
Has getting married reinvigorated your love for the sport and for MMA? Because you kind of have this whole family mentality of always being in the gym now with a fighter as your husband.
Yeah, we're a close-knit family at Gracie Baja, and I feel like definitely having my husband, it helps that dynamic. It was a long, depressing road, having my arm broken twice, and then even before that, only being able to fight once, so it was really defeating, but having him in my corner telling me, he knows how talented I am, and keeping me at the gym this entire time, and making sure I'm training and doing everything it takes. It's that one person that reminds you on rainy days how talented you are, so I feel like I need that.
Do you guys have any separation, or is it MMA all the time? Or is there every rule, like no talking MMA at the dinner table, enough wrestling techniques while we're watching Netflix?
No, it's pretty much MMA all the time, right? Pretty much MMA all the time. Yeah, he is one of my main, I wouldn't say training partners, because obviously we're very different weight classes, but it's somebody that I can continue to talk to and say, hey, you saw me in the gym today, what do I need to work on? It's someone you can, MMA, it's a full-time job, and, it re-inspired my love for it.
Hey, we've been canvassing the fighters. New UFC title belt. What do you think of the design?
It's awesome. I actually haven't gotten to really look at it. I was focused all week on my fight, but I think it's awesome, and I think as the UFC developing these new belts, it just makes things way more exciting.
Your demeanor is always positive. Whether you win or lose, you always keep a positive mentality. Do you have any words in regards to your take in New York and how you felt about the energy here in Brooklyn? I know it's not the same as MSG, but Brooklyn is.
No, I feel like this is definitely the same as MSG. Fighting in New York, this was absolutely amazing. I just felt such an energy walking out to the octagon. And most of my fans, actually, if when I look at my insight on social media, most of my fans are from New York. So it was amazing to be able to fight here. This is my husband's favorite city. I wasn't able to enjoy it this week because I can't eat the pizza, but now I can. So we're gonna go get some pizza right now. Where should I go?
Spumoni Gardens.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to fight over it.
It's too late.
Thank you.